Hot dogs call you the euthanizer because you're all of putting them down.
Welcome to Blab, the show where we play recordings of broadcasters who were the subjects of government experiments. Hey, we are coming at you live. My name's Host, and this is my man, producer, live pre-recorded, of course, but live here at Skittle Up, Skittle Down Alleys. And what do you say there, Deucer? How's it going?
You know, keeping it funky, keeping it fresh.
And before we get into anything more than funky and fresh, I just want to say one thing right off the bat, and this is mostly from our lawyers. So we just want to say right up front, we are innocent of the charges against us in the court of law.
Legally is dropped.
The baseless allegations against Blab rats being, and I quote, unbenevolent lords of propaganda, as well as the lesser but equally baseless charge of scurrilous musings on state secrets, is no more than a classic government overreach with an accusation so specious it's borderline post-propaganda. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, if it's anything, it's conpaganda.
Yeah.
Because it's the opposite of pro.
That's right. Conpaganda.
Conpaganda.
Or anti-paganda.
Yeah, anti-paganda.
Which is a really pretty name.
That's one of the Quince names.
How is anti-paganda?
Anti's good.
So, I just want to say that we here at Blab Rats are not here to riff or boast.
Right here to riff or to raff.
But merely create a lighthearted atmosphere worthy of revealing such heavy truths about ourselves and about peoplekind.
So as you know, because as of now, you are hearing our words as we speak them, this indicates you are a top-tier awareness fan. We just got brutally deplatformed.
Just because one of the experiments happened to mention a significant truth in our history, Zoobucks is a real thing. It has been and continues to be the only cryptocurrency accepted at zoos nationwide.
Head to zoobucks.zoo.usa.fun to .add animals to the things you help keep in cages.
And with that, as they say in Lost Grey Goose, on with the show, for a goose shall soon be shitting.
So, let's take a drink. Our new segment brought to you by the delicious Lost Grey Goose new fizzling malt liquor. Jizzler's Fizz by Las Grey Goose, available wherever you get classy.
And with that, let's say big up to Small Talk.
Big up to Small Talk.
Big up to Small Talk.
Man, can you think of how many animals would be out of the cages if the zoos went out of business? I mean, how many zoos are there? Probably 1 million. And how many cages do they each have? At least 60. So there's 60 million animals right now.
Easy math.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That would be running around terrorizing human people kind.
You think that human panhandlers are bad? How about an elephant knocking on your window asking for your last peanut?
I mean, you ever had an orangutan come to your back porch and steal your pie?
Yeah.
While it's cooling on the windowsill?
Or steal the majority of your cranium?
That's both equally bad. You know, both equally terrible instances to happen with an orangutan.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun for a little bit, and then I'd be scary.
Yeah, one waved at me once.
Waved at you?
Yeah, like this.
Well.
As you can see.
Well, they call that waving, huh?
Yeah, it's a classic wave.
Hey, didn't you say, this latest episode is, of course this afternoon. This episode is about waving or something like that? Are we talking about like the waveform of sound, or are we talking about something else? What kind of waving is this?
I mean, of course there's going to be some sound waves involved because it's Blab Rats and that's what we do. But, no, the content is about waving something more than a sound. It's about belief and faith and flags and getting your words out with flags to people in the only way you know how.
Sounds like a freedom of speech episode. Perfect for the deplatformed and replatformed Blab Rats. Thank you for joining us on Playbrion,
The real
where
free
the real freedom
is
gets paid.
where it pays.
How about Plebrion?
Where-
Let's change that to Plebrion.
Plebrion,
Plebrion.
where it pays to be free.
Where it pays to be a plebe. Plebe me up.
Plead me up, Scotty.
That's basically what the British have been saying to the rest of the world, to the Scottish.
Yeah, right. Take that.
It's weirder without headphones. Hey, before we get into it, have you tried that Jizzler's Fizz yet?
Oh man, I took one
Give
in
it
the
a
chin.
shot?
Yeah. Yeah, I took one. I opened one and it like spurted out everywhere. I drank so quickly out of it, you know.
Yeah, I heard there a lot of people are doing that as a prank now. And they're putting it on YouTubes.
Yeah, somebody did the thing where they hit it and I
Until they got deplatformed, and now everything's moving over to Plebrion.
I mean that's what we're telling. Yeah, we are groundbreaking Plebrion, Blab Rats news break.
Blab Rats News Break.
Drop.
Groundbreaking news.
Groundbreaking Blab Rats news drop break.
You better believe it.
Yeah, we're Plebrions, and you know we'll see how it goes.
Freedom
But
lovers wanted.
Let's keep those bred in captivity animals still in captivity.
Yeah, let's keep the animals in cages, folks.
Let's remember what's really
Okay.
important.
And that's what I think we're writing our new book about the sanctity of the zoo and culture and how it's kind of like a church for animal lovers.
Yeah, and that's our belief, and that's the thing that we believe in and we fight for. Mm-hmm. And if we were flag wavers, that's the flag we'd be waving.
Some of our flags might have animals on them and say that, and maybe it says, "Please don't kill me," or "Keep me in the zoo so you don't kill me."
And so yeah, so with that we should maybe
Get out the old wave, the old flag that says "a start" out here.
let's wave our start flag.
And then I'm going to grab the Roll Them Tapes flag. I'm going to wave that right now.
Oh,
These broadcasters will have no memories of the words they read.
Hey fellas, need to spice up that boring bedroom or your mom's basement? Head on over to Lots Lizards.
We got geckos, we got iguanas, we got bearded dragons, heck, we even got a Gila monster. But one thing we don't have is pansexual orgies. I don't see why y'all keep coming here for that.
And come on down this weekend for the annual Lots Lizards Terrarium sale, baby.
We've got just what you need. We've got screen tops, sliding lids, plexiglass, glass classic, even double-sided mirror terrariums. Anything you need for that lizard lair. But that doesn't mean that this is a lair for heathen sex or a denizen or even a run-of-the-mill fuck dungeon. We trade in lizards. And no, we don't trade sex for lizards. And no, there is no sex trade happening here either before you ask.
But get here quick. Deals only while supplies last.
And speaking of supplies, we've got feed, we've got toys, we've got heating rocks. Hell, we got just about anything you could stuff in that lizard tank. But we don't have anything for you to stuff anywhere on or in your person. Also, there aren't truckers here hauling heavy loads looking to breaker your one with their 9. So stop calling to check.
This Saturday, doors open at 9 a.m. at Lots Lizards.
Oh my God, Edie, wait, why is my wife salt?
On the corner of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Today we go to Minnesotaton, Minnesota. A small suburb, a lorry stop really, on the M5 just outside of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and St. Paul, Minnesota, dubbed the Twin Cities. We come to see two men, flag wavers they are called. They choose an old-fashioned
American-born method of expressing their rage, their passion, and yes, even their love. Today, we look at these men as a symbol of the flag wavers all across the large nation of America to see what it is they're waving about.
Well, I mean, yeah, being outside as I am most days, waving this flag, I did get an accent. And I didn't have that before I started waving these flags, and now I got it because I talk to so many people, I connect with so many Minnesotans like myself. I've been here 2-3 years now, and came up from Chicago. Came up from Chicago, and I'm starting to get the flavor of the people. Family emigrated from Chicago for jobs, and a lot of people came up here for the same reason. And yeah, I'm trying to turn my passion into a job myself, and I got my own Plebrion page. You can check me out. I'm Flag Waver Mike from Minnesota. I'm Plebrion, and I got about 5 people supporting me right now, but I'm making $20 a month from those 5 people, and that's not bad. That's a deep dish Chicago style pizza, if you know what I'm saying. Reminds me of home, yeah, every month. So yeah, I come up here 4 or 5 times a day, 30 minutes at a time, and then I take a potty break, and I wave my flag. Sometimes I wonder if maybe my flags don't say enough.
Hey there, I'm Pinky. I've been waving flags. I've been waving flags since high school. I'm young, I know. I'm only 23. Most flag wavers I know they're in their 40s, their 50s. Some of these guys out here are vets from the golf, you know. From the golf course, they all retired. They all got laid off around the same time. And so now the golf vets that wave over the bridge talking about unfair treatment to caddies. And so I know, anyways, that was intentional. And, I got ADD, and it's one of the things I struggle with. And what I also struggle with is a small amount of dyslexia, which I have to also overcome just to make all these flags and these signs. Obviously, we're flag wavers, but we do hang signs too. And that's something that's important. It used to just be flag waving, but now you got to be able to flag wave because the game has changed. You got to be able to flag wave. You got to be able to sign hang. You got to be able to sign wave and flag hang. You've got to be able to do the sign spinning. Those like, hey, do you need to get your taxes done? No, you got to read my protest sign that I'm spinning around for you. You got to do cups in a fence if there's a fence. The back of a Dixie cup, and you spell your beliefs out in a cup. ICUP, you see my cups, spell out my heart.
Yeah, I've seen people come up here, and I've seen people do it as a goof. I've seen people do it as a prank. I've seen people do it as a dare. But for me, this is what I do every day, and it's because this is how I connect with people. I love cars, I love trucks, I love traffic, and it just feels like home up here. Also, I live right not too far away from here. See that big tent there? With all the flags? Yes. With all the flags and cardboard around it? That's actually where I stay 3 months of the year. My vacation home, my real home is in the city. Well, outside the city, Edina, actually. And, yeah, pretty nice place. But I like it here. This is nice. This is Minnesota.
But not all things will be hunky-dory for Minnesota Mike and Pinky. Because while it would seem that flag waving of this kind is one of the most American forms of expression, not all Americans agree, and some have taken exception.
Like, who do they think they're gonna change their minds with it? You're just like driving by and it's like almost distracting, but you want to read it and it's like these people are freaks, but like also that's like, what is their story? But like also it's like, what have they ever done? What do they do and who pays them? Are they on Patreon?
Well, I just think they, that overpasses are for passing over and for celebrating Passover. And I don't know that they should be waving their flags like that.
every time I see one of them, I want to get out my truck and I want to go up there with my hockey stick and I want to cross-check them. Right into the freaking chain linker.
And even though some Minnesotans don't take so kindly to the police spoutings of their neighbors, our flag wavers carry on.
So I get honked at a lot, and I assume most of them are friendly, but you never really know. Sometimes people flick me off, and is that like a friendly fuck you, or is that like a not friendly fuck you? Like you I want to fuck you. Up you.
I got in it to make friends, and boy, turned out that that's not the kind of business you're in. You make enemies here, and I try my best. I'm just telling my beliefs, and what matters the most to me in this whole world, and what I care the most about, and that's what this land is all about. And I want to pass over my love and passion for my beliefs to you, and that's why I'm on this overpass. So don't pass me over, is all I'm saying.
All I'm saying is that mostly what I'm trying to say here, people get pissed off, but like I'm trying to bring some awareness. Sometimes one of my causes is, what the heck happened to Gertie Train Bridge? I mean, I'm on a bridge right now, thanks to her girders, her girder tech, and what the heck happened to her? How come we ain't talking about that? So I'm waving for them. I'm waving for those who won't speak.
And what I want to talk about is that those train bridges were going over rivers, and everyone calls Minnesota the land of 10,000 lakes, but everybody even knows Michigan has more. But even then, it's the land of 10,000 lakes, but we're the land of 1 billion rivers to feed those lakes. The rivers are what we're all about. We're the moistest state with the mostest rivers, and that's what I need to let everybody know. And I'm not going to stop talking about how moist this state is on the overpass. I'm going to write about the moisture. I'm going to use the word moist, and I'm going to make sure you remember it's rivers what make it moist. The most.
Minnemoista.
Moista soda? Moista soda. It's the Moista soda movement.
Yeah, there's some guys bring me like a little big gulp. Most of the time, Diet Dew. I like that, and they keep me going, and they say keep doing your thing, and I say thanks. Are you from Chicago too? And they say no, but if I didn't have a bench warrant, I'd be over the Dan Ryan right now. If I didn't have a bench warrant out for me, and a bullshit bench warrant out for me right now in Illinois, my home states.
In fact, it is not unusual for a flag waver to have a criminal record. A staggering 98% of all known flag wavers were once formerly incarcerated, at least for 3 to 5 years.
Since when did freedom of speech not cover threats to public officials? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Since when? I mean, yeah, I found out about it. That's when. After I did it, I wouldn't have did it if I knew what I did.
And also, along those same lines, we're part of the public. If they're public officials, they're ours. We can say we're going to do whatever we want to them. We didn't actually do it.
So I can't threaten myself?
And so, it's not bad. If it was a private official, I get it. But this was a public official. If the law chasing after you and your neighbors rallying to get you taken off the overpass wasn't enough,
Fuck you, you fucking.
there's the ungodly cost of being a flag waver. They get their materials stolen often. They need to pay for their own equipment. It's a commitment that takes so much time they can't have jobs. So there's very little money to be made as a flag waver, but many costs, both emotional, spiritual, and financial, as they make and sell most of their equipment.
Yeah, a couple of days ago up here, I had my best flagpole ripped out of my hands, split in two over a guy's knee. He was about 6'7", 225 pounds. Actually plays for the Vikings. And he didn't just do that. Then he took a little bit of butane out of his pocket.
Well, it kissed your girlfriend, too.
Kissed my girlfriend.
She laughed about it.
Ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Now ex-girlfriend.
Not cool, Susie. Call me.
You get kissed by an NFL player in front of me? Honey. NHL only.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe if that was Wayne Gretzky Or maybe if it was I don't know,
Hobby Ball
Dave Thomas from Wendy's.
or Wendy.
He's on her list.
Her hall pass list. He's on her celebrity. He's on your celebrity bang list, bro.
Number 2, behind George Burns.
It is, in fact, often a family affair being a flag waver. Mikey and Pinky in Minnesota are brothers. Yeah, and when I'm not flag waving, I build. I'm a pole man. I build poles. I cut poles for the flags to go on, and I sell them to other people, and I sell them to other, and then I go off the side of the road there. I cut some down. I shave them down, and I'm always having to fight these underbridgers who's looking for sticks. And so it's pretty dangerous. Those guys, they'll poke you, they'll cut you. One guy I know got poisoned. They got a caveman. It's a scene I don't like.
They got poison ivy sticks.
And if you ever get a poison ivy stabbed, it itches.
It itches you to all the way to freaking hospital.
And that's if you're lucky.
If you can get there. Most people, if they know that you're a flag waver, they won't treat you. They'll say, "Hey, go get treated by."
Yeah, I followed my brother into flag waving. He's older than me. He was born
minutes, yeah.
minute 17.
7 minutes in heaven. That was my heaven. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, 7 minutes. That's right. That's what you always say. So 7 minutes earlier, and he's my big bro, my big twin bro, and he tells me he's my guiding light. And yeah, once I learned about Gertie Train Bridge, I just got so into what was under those bridges.
Yeah, the girdings.
Yeah, and sometimes I even like to think I'm on a train bridge right now on my overpass. My dream really is to wave on a train bridge about the problem of how Minnesota's the moistest land of a billion rivers.
Cool documentary that way. Big cool drone shot, kind of crane shot, kind of zoom back.
Yeah, like a real.
Then the bridge
Fast
explodes and you got
Furious.
a freaking parachute on your
Vin,
back.
And then Vin Diesel flies down on a race car somehow.
He does
and
Rocket
catches me.
Man race car.
And he drives the race car through the air under me to catch me, and then drives me back up on the other side of the highway, overpass where I'm from.
He does Superman's race car.
Yeah, Superman's race car back to Minnesota.
So I got him into Gertie, and we're one of the lucky ones. We can do this because we love to. Our parents, God bless them, they started they started Grapevine, the grocer around here, a couple locations, and they started their dealership too, Grapevine Chevrolet, and. Yeah, so we're kind of technically the big bosses over there, but we don't got to show up to get paid. So this is kind of what we do. Sometimes we'll wave a flag for the dealership.
I used to actually be a congressman, and then I'm now just doing this because it's pretty much the same thing.
Out there for the people, by the people. That's what this overpass is all about, really.
Yeah, this is more, to me, this is where the laws get made.
This is where America happens.
We're like standing on the veins where the lifeblood of America flows. Is how I like to think about it.
You like CNN? I like seeing people in cars and sending them my beliefs through flags and words, and sometimes semaphore.
Speaking of words, I do want to ask you if anybody knows what some of these things I would have been hearing yelled at me on the overpass are. Do you know? Have anyone heard of Funk Nugget?
Or Jizzbreader?
Yeah. What does it mean to be a assless ball hound?
Or a deep fried dick hole?
What's a Mississippi chicken shit? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
And what's twincest, eh?
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
And also, what's pickleball? Is that bad?
Yeah, where do you find it?
If I'm called a pickleball, is that bad?
If I don't like pickles, how will I feel about pickleball?
Does the shape make it taste different? Is there a secret science of taste and shape?
Now that you say it, I think I have tasted a small, ballish kind of pickle, and I like that one okay, and I don't like most pickles.
Did you ever think that things taste different when you're eating it on the overpass?
Well, they taste freer.
That's true. Sometimes I'll find a chicken nugget
Yep.
on the just by the gutter there.
So you got to be careful. That's one of those underbridgers stashes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he likes to hide. His,
One time I grabbed it and there was attached to a fishing hook with fishing wire, and they're trying to they hooked me in and they were trying to get me down there. I don't know if they're gonna eat my
I would say for years they eat people.
stash or
I was
what.
just saying for years they eat people there.
They're crazy. They're not like us.
That's what they said before, because they don't talk. They don't have beliefs.
They don't wave flags like
They
us.
don't believe in America. They are the opposite
Yep.
of Americans.
Yep. And you know what? I think they've got to go. That's why we're writing our congressman. We're petitioning the president of the United States of America.
That asshole who took my job. I thought we weren't gonna write him.
We're appealing to the president of the United States, Jamiroquai, to once and for all,
The United States of Jamiroquai.
yeah, for once and for all, banning underbridgers. Why do they get to talk? Why do they get to underbridge? Why do they get free health care, dental, vision, while I'm up here doing beliefs for free?
Alas, the number of flag wavers has dwindled every year since George W. Bush left office.
If we were an animal, and technically I am an animal, overpass flag wavers are an endangered species, and we should be treated as such. We should be protected. And I mean, twins that do it, that's even rarer. I mean, we should be tagged and monitored, I think, because we're special. We need to be protected. Stop throwing quarters at us and sacks of rocks and stuff.
Like all twins, Mike and Pinky weren't aware that they are being tagged and monitored. Please don't let any twins know this. Yeah, there used to be a lot more of us. Like, I remember, remember how there was old
Bonnie was up there.
Bonnie over on Highway 233, and
Yeah, the White Cloud.
White Cloud, and she used to make a Lucy, a Juicy Lucy, and bring you a nice Juicy Lucy on your birthday. You remember that?
I do remember that. Our birthday, yeah. I do remember that, and I also remember her. She was one of the best pastiche artists doing overpass flag waving and messaging in the White Cloud area. Big shout out to her. However she doing?
And she was a flag waver there she was a gopher flag waver there at the university.
Oh yeah, legend there.
But then she passed, and no one was there to carry on her title. Old Honky, Honky Joe.
He actually was the mascot for the Minnesota Twins.
Yeah, nobody knows that when he's not inside that big ball,
He's a mess. Big old mess.
he's waving flags, waving a big old mess of
No,
flags.
they don't know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he's a mess too. I mean,
Well, he's a mess inside that ball and outside that ball. Let's be real.
the guy doesn't even button his flannels. Hey, this is Minnesota. Let's get with the program. Let's get with the program.
Yeah, what are you, Kurt Cobain? Button it up. This is Minnesota.
This ain't freaking
You're gonna
Aberdeen.
catch your death of cold out here. Not only were the flag waver numbers dropping, some were even converting to being under bridges.
It's sicker under here, I think. It's where I belong. Can't believe I spent time on the overpass when there was a world of free healthcare right here. All I had to do was access it. And the best part is if I want to wave a flag, I can just drop one down, get even closer to the action, get my beliefs out there when I can. But the fucking dumbasses up there can't see it, so they don't know. I love it down here. Fuck those guys. Tell them to come down.
Yeah, originally I was a flag waver for a little bit after college before I started my Kroger grocery fortune. But there was just kind of a rebellious phase because those guys are losers. I literally sleep with one of their flags as a blanket when I have diarrhea. Forget about it.
A blanket for your ass. That's what toilet paper is, man.
Yeah, it's a blanket for your ass.
For a bow blanket.
Yeah, it's a poop blanket for your asshole. It's a classic poop blanket for your asshole. give it a wipe, and call it a night. Salud.
Salute.
With numbers dwindling and the network of flag wavers deteriorating, the twins are considering a move.
Well, I don't know. We stay in state. If we stay, I mean, there's another bridge right down the street, about 2 miles down. We're considering, but I mean, National's calling us, and they're saying that we need to be waving flags in Baltimore because they're losing so many of them.
And they said, you think you should see how many other rivers there are even outside of Minnesota. There's even more than you can imagine.
We've only seen rivers from here to Chicago.
And it's like this isn't just the moistest state, but we might be the moistest states in the country. The moistest states of America, and that's national. And we could even get a
Patent.
a patent on our very own Patreon.
Patreon.
And I mean, if we had a patented Patreon page, which you can buy your own patented
You can
Patreon
now.
page,
Yep.
they'll give you like a logo, a little star next to it.
Yeah, so we're also considering just moving our flag waving 100% online. I mean, lots of people are working from home now, and we're trying to get maybe just a website that says, "Hey, we exist and we wave flags, and this is what they said when we did, and here's some pictures and video." And also, if you found my cell phone, please contact me. It's probably by the overpass.
It's probably when the Underbridgers took it.
Yep.
I've been saying it.
Those-
Probably go over. We'll probably call it later when we go over there.
They already got Obama phones. Why are they taking mine too? You know.
Yeah, thanks, Biden.
Thanks a lot for your Biden phones, Obama.
Ugh.
Let's go, Braden.
Condoleezza Rice too, probably. She's always lingering around.
Kinda sleaza. Kinda sleazy, Bryce.
Kinda sleazy. Yikes. I'm pretty stoked because as the youngest brother, I get to kind of like, I know the web a little bit better than my bro.
Come on.
So he's gonna follow my lead a little bit, and it's gonna
I showed
be
you
pretty
your first
sweet.
boob on the internet,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, you did, but it was just a zoomed-in picture of your own boob, and
Hey,
and
boob
you,
is boob.
Made it look like a boob, but it was really just your boob. I should have recognized it.
I use the double D filters on Instagram.
Yeah, I still should have recognized those nips. I mean,
Instagram. I mean,
one big giant pepperoni nip and one little tiny pimento sticky outy nip.
real pepperonis.
Yeah, we're real pepperoni bros.
We're real pepperoni twins.
And that's the name of the website. It's Real Pepperoni Twins.
Did we not mention our grandfather invented pepperoni?
Paparoni, the pepperoni inventor.
We're getting pepperoni royalties.
We are you didn't know our last name was Pepperoni? Yeah, Pinky Pepperoni.
The pepperoni
Mikey
twins. Mikey and Pinky
And
pepperoni.
Pinky Pepperoni. You might remember us from our teen sitcom that only lasted 3 episodes on WGN.
Called Pepperonis on Top.
It was called I'll Have Extra Pepperoni.
I thought, what about pepperonis on top?
I just felt like because there was 2 of us.
We each had our own.
It was a BOGO on pepperoni, or buy one get one pepperoni.
It was pepperoni night on CBC.
And because it was our dad's show. Ronnie Pepperoni Jr.'s.
Ronnie Pepperoni.
Ronnie Pepperoni Jr.'s dance hour. Followed by the spin-off sitcom with pepperonis on top.
Cloisters. Pepperoni cloisters.
I mean, it was a crazy couple years, but that was a long time ago. And now we gotta go to. We went from that to waving of flags, and I think now we're going to go take our next metamorphosis into
Pepperoni playboys.
and internet flag wavers for
And e-flag wavers.
the nation.
This is for the Internation.
the moistest states of America.
The most international place in the world, the internet, where everybody speaks the same language, computers.
And everything's free.
Then everything's free and everything costs money.
And you get to get paid.
Then you get to get paid, and people can pay you, pal, too.
On your Patreon.
On your
Patented.
Patreon, Plebreon.
Pepperoni Bros. Patreon.internet.money.give.
Boring.
.to.us.
Twins.
.twins.com. Allah Harris.
So why are you doing the episode on the flag wavers then? Do you guys have these in Britain there?
There are no flag wavers in Britain, as flag waving was made illegal in the 1100s.
But do you guys have like overpasses and such?
We have hopovers.
Well, do you have hopover waivers?
We used to, but they were outlawed when Robin Hood was murdered.
Kevin Costner?
Robin Hood the wolf. It was really a wolf in real life.
Oh,
Like in the
Russell
cartoon.
Crowe?
Yes, who's also really a crow in real life.
I always thought he was a rook.
Hey, well, he does look like one, and he behaves like one. So the common mistake.
Look a rook.
He's got a rook look, yes.
He's got one rook look.
His look book is full of rook. And that rook-filled book is filled with looks.
So then you don't know nothing about this? Do you guys wave? Do you guys wave American flags over there, where you're from?
Oh, certainly not.
Why not?
That
It's
is
the best
also
flag.
It
Look
is.
at it. It's perfect.
It looks like you took our flag apart and rearranged
You know what
it.
13 times 50 is? 13 stripes. 50 stars. That makes 650 stars and stripes. Do you know how many countries there are in the world? Less than that. We own the world.
Do you think there's any larger forces behind the disappearance of all the flag wavers?
Me and, I don't want to speak for Pinky, but I've talked to him about the happenstance of the obelisk,
Yep, I was just going to say.
the arrival of the obelisk,
I was
and,
gonna say it happens at small towns like Minnesotaton,
yep.
or like Snakesville, or like
Yep.
Clampton, or like Frogstropolis.
I mean, Snakesville's pretty big, but not as big as it used to be.
Yeah, and where the obelisk landed was on the outside of town. And Frogtropolis had that other obelisk, so it feels like it's all connected.
So that's why I do this one here. See this flag that I wave it almost every day for 10 minutes. Hey, and so people know, and it's got an obelisk and it's got a Ghostbuster no sign over it. And then this one says, "What's up with the obelisk?" So this is Twin Cities needs to talk about the obelisk. And that's what this one says. Can you read that there?
That says to me, it looks like it says, no obelisk.
Nobelisk.
Noble, nobelisk. The O kind of is doing the heavy lifting in both words of the second O.
Nobelisk oblige.
Second line.
Well, I just want people to know obelisk.
Yeah, you got an obelisk. That obelisk got a gobelisk before I go ballistic.
Let's burn it down. That's all I'm saying. Let's wave our flags and burn it down.
The flag wavers went away. These small towns started having crazy things happening. I mean, it's all
Ain't a quinky dink to me.
it's all the deterioration of America. You know, at the hands of some nefarious
Con obelisk.
producers of problems and psychosis. I don't know. But it's out there. And we're gonna wave the flags.
We're gonna stop them with
We're
these
gonna
flags.
We're gonna go national. We're gonna get the hearts and minds, and then we're gonna expose the truth of where the flag wavers went, and maybe, hopefully, we could someday bring them back to the overpasses, and maybe even, God help, to a train bridge. You know, Gertie, train bridge, memorial, train bridge.
Oh my goodness, Gertie, rest her soul. Shout out to Gertie's friends and family. God bless her. And we're doing this for her today, and bringing obelisk awareness. And we think that the obelisk might have something to do with the Gertie mystery.
Yeah, they saw it. It might have just startled them and started the accident.
Yeah,
That's what I think it was.
I could see that happening for sure.
If that crane operator was an eye shot of an obelisk,
Yep.
that would definitely that would make you hit this whoa
Bang, bang, boom.
and do a Three Stooges drop of the girders.
Yep. Whoop, 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 whoop.
So we're gonna get that truth out there. Thank you, British Blabcast Company, for getting our truth, the Pepperoni Twins truth, out there to the world.
Thank you.
With our show business background, we're sure to be a success. PP Twins out.
Guerrilla warfare with our brains. Well. Welcome back to Blab Rats. What the heck was that? More twins? Producer?
I mean, I think Minnesota's
What
twin-fested.
Is up with these IVF experiments that we're listening to? Seriously.
Ooh,
The twins are omnipotent.
they're omnipresent.
Twiscient.
I'm twincient.
So I'm host and we're back, and that was, what was that one called again, producer? Flag waivers?
It was called Doing the Best Good, the Flag Wavers
Wow, that's a boisterous title.
of America. Yeah, but doing the best good for short.
Doing the best good for short. It rolls right off the tongue for short. What's the for long version? For long?
Edward. For long.
Yeah, for long.
For long hot dogs.
Yeah.
Furlong,
Furlong
furlong.
hot dogs? Oh my god.
Furlong.
Isn't furlong an actual measurement? That's like 20 feet. It's a nautical term.
A furlong
A
hot dog
furlong hot dog.
is for a blue whale.
So, I think I've seen some of these guys. I haven't seen them in a while. I think they're right about the obelisk thing. I mean, I don't know that. But I do see the coincidence there, the timing. Because I used to see these flag wavers, and then the obelisk did start appearing. And
According to these
I
tapes,
see
yeah.
less. Well, and I thought I remember.
Oh, you
thinking
visited-
that
you
at the
visited
time.
it, yeah,
I remember thinking that at the time, for sure, 100%. And yeah, so because remember, I visited a
Yeah, you
obelisk
said-
in
you
Snakesville.
did-
Maybe-
you
and you
went-
so you haven't been there, so maybe you just need to go, so you can.
It's hard to travel with the kids.
Because then you
They
start
can't- it's hard to
thinking
get
about
out.
it more, and you investigate it, and you learn more about it, and you're seeing all these coincidences. You're like,
I like to stay
the
impartial. I'm a
obelisk must
producer,
have
you know.
something to do with this.
Yeah, I probably gotta go. I've been meaning to, but it's just
Yeah,
tough with the
check
kids.
it out. Check.
I got the coffee table book about it.
Yeah, but that's more of a picture book.
Picture me rolling. The picture book of Tupac is also
It's a coffee table book on
on
wheels.
my coffee table. Yeah, and it's on wheels.
It folds out and you got little wheels with hydraulics, isn't it? So I think it's one of the best coffee table books, and that's what we're sponsored by today is coffeetablebooks.tupac.com.
Get your Tupac coffee table. Picture me rolling today, and see all the pictures of Tupac rolling around your coffee table like a real cool guy.
Don't forget to check out the new California Love.
California Raisins remix.
Check out the new Diplo remix of California Raisins.
So California
Wish
Love.
they all could be California people. Because this is Woke Town. And you just got eyes opened. Stop dreaming and start waking up, listeners. Another sponsor of today's show, big shout out to whatchamacallit, new sponsor. They're coming on our re-platform here on Bleebrion, and they make some of the best candy bars, and now they're introducing a new Twink edition of whatchamacallit, and that's being released in prison starting this Tuesday.
Yeah, experimental release.
And you come to the right place. If you like experiments or you want to advertise to a crowd that is not the experiment averse, then come to us and we will put your whatchamacallit Twink experiment bar advertisement on the radio.
It's called, and then also it's called Humane Experiment. But just to be clear, it's humane experimenting where we only we test all bars and prisoners.
Gucci Humane.
So no animals are harmed in the testing of these products.
Gucci Humane.
It's Gucci Humane.
Right.
And it's also, this episode is also, of course, sponsored by Furlong's Hot Dogs, the biggest hot dogs in the market. You can get a mini foot-long Furlong hot dog as a souvenir or as an appetizer to your Furlong hot dogs now. But come to Furlong's because they won't be here for long.
Yum.
And you'll be forlorn if you foregone a chance to get a furlong, foot-long today.
It won't be.
Now online.
Furlong's online hot dogs.
Why stand in line when you can get online and get a hot dog? Also sponsored. Today's episode is also sponsored by Schindler's Listerine. Give that enamel the classic Schindler shine with Schindler's Listerine. Also sponsored by Robot Water. Is water robots? You betcha. With Robot Water, you get the most technology and the most moist technology and the most technologically advanced water on the market. Now with 27% more robots than the leading bottled water.
Also sponsored by the Slurp Shack. Come on down to Slurp Shack and sip on some refined slurps that you can get your mouth around. Get that tongue in there too and slurp them down at the Slurp Shack. We got Slurpsy 7 flavors.
Slurp Shack! Get that tongue in there too.
For your mouth.
Get that tongue in there too. Get that tongue in there too. Also sponsored by Night Tent. Okay, cool. Night Spoon was great, and Night Snacks, the Night Snack Sack is also great. But what about those times when you really just need to camp out near the snack drawer and chase the dragon, but the babies are sleeping? Well, now this is Night Tent. Have M&Ms and chocolate-covered pretzels and nuts. Basically, just make a bunch of trail mix in your mouth and cookies and Cheez-Its, all without waking the family or being accused of having a sitcom daditis. Common signs of sitcom daditis are screwing up and too many hats. If you know someone who has daditis, hang up now and dial 311 and ask them what to do about it, because I don't get paid enough to write this bullshit copy. I quit. Fuck you, host. Fuck you, producer. Signed, Cliffhanger?
Writer's strike.
Oh my god. And we're just out of time.
All right, on behalf of
On a crazy
Alleys.
cliffhanger, we got like some sort of
cliffhanger.
intern that's beefing with us apparently.
Yeah, copy man. We got to talk to. We outsource that.
I wonder how many how many of these sponsors are compromised.
Hopefully none of them.
Maybe
Are they gonna? I hope they don't deplatform us too.
maybe he's a suspect in the missing tapes.
Cliffhanger.
Fucking Cliff, man.
That sounds like a made-up
Cliff.
name.
I mean, Cliff seemed weird now that I think about it.
Yeah, because no one's been named Cliff since the show Cheers is on the air.
Yeah, and he's
Dead.
2 years younger than the show Cheers was off the air. Dun dun dun.
Double gestation period.
Blah 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 blah.
Oh my god.
Double
All right,
jestes.
On behalf of
Double jested up. Double jested suit.
On behalf of Zoot Suits of America and producer, this is host signing off until next time. Bye.
Blah, blah, blah.